Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari and in the series of Indian Evidence Act 1872, today I am going to cover the applicability of this particular act. This particular aspect is basically discussed under section 1, but my discussion is not limiting to section 1. I will also give certain other aspects which are either coming under the purview of Indian Evidence Act or not coming under the purview of Indian Evidence Act. I just have one slide with lot of information. Why to waste time? Let's get into the only slide. This particular act came into existence on 1st September 1872, and when the act came, it was applicable to whole India. Now remember, when I say India, it was including Pakistan then, but in Pakistan from 1984 this act is not applicable, but in India we have still continued with the Indian Evidence Act 1872. And when the act came, the Jammu Kashmir state was not covered under this particular act, but all that happened with Article 370 and 35 UA and the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, now it is also covered under the Indian Evidence Act. That means this act is now applicable to Jammu and Kashmir also. Now when I say the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, there are 106 serial numbers covering 108 laws which are now applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. And as far as this particular act is concerned, subsection 2 of section 1, words except the state of Jammu and Kashmir shall be omitted. That means now it is applicable to Jammu and Kashmir also. So now that geographically you know that it is applicable to whole India as of today. The Indian Evidence Act applies to all judicial proceedings in or before any court of India, including court martials. Now there are certain exceptions for court martials which I am going to discuss when I am discussing the not applicable part. Now as far as applicables are concerned, along with all judicial proceedings in or before any court, it is applicable to labor courts also, industrial tribunals also, national tribunals also, and the election tribunals are also coming under the purview of Indian Evidence Act. Now what is not covered or what is not coming under the purview of Indian Evidence Act? It is the affidavits presented to any court or officer. So remember the term affidavits. Then arbitration proceedings are not coming under the Indian Evidence Act. The administrative tribunals are exceptions. Then court martial convened under the Army Act or the Naval Discipline Act or the Indian Navy Act or under the Air Force Act, the Indian Evidence Act will not come into picture. Any other court martials, the Indian Evidence Act is applicable, but the court martials which are convened under the Army Act or the Naval Disciplinary Act or the Indian Navy Discipline Act or the Air Force Act, in such case Indian Evidence Act is not applicable. It is not applicable in the case of commission of enquiries also or any departmental enquiries. Along with income tax tribunals are also not coming under the purview of Indian Evidence Act. This is the applicability and non-applicability of Indian Evidence Act. If you know that much, you are good to go for that particular question. And now it's time for me to go. With that, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for subscribing my channel. Please like, share and comment my videos. All the very best for whatsoever purpose you are referring my channel. And thanks again.